1, 2. Thank you.
Ay, sorry.
Sige, go.
Question lang sa question niyo.
Ano yun?
You are moving the finals on August 8th. Do you have a contingency plan for that? Just in case they still maintain the item.
Well, I asked IITF what will be the requirements. As long as depends on the venue. If the venue capacity, example, is 5,000, you have to get only at least 10 or 20% something. So, since malaki yung venue natin, maybe I can have at least lower than 1,000. Yeah, 800, 700. Pwede na siguro yun. To accommodate, the pageant fans. But we're open, we're live on all types of online platforms. We're live on KTX, I Want TV, G Movies, TV, and Globe Upstage. So all of that are live, real time. Then we have a delayed telecast on GMA. And the international pageant of Supranational, Miss Supranational, will be a live telecast. Okay, and the Mr. Supranational is delayed telecast.
Sa GMA.
GMA 7.
Oh.
After a week talabas siya, Mr. But the Miss is live.
Live? Real time?
Maybe
Madaling
live on online, a little late on
TV.
on mainstream television.
Alright. Kasi
But still,
madaling.
they can watch it at night.
So yung August
Because of the time, difference. But all are online. Well, all the online streaming are real time.
So sir, between now and August 8, yung August 8, pwede pang ma-move yun kung sakali, depending on the fluidity of the
I hope
situation.
na. Kasi wala yung pinabigyan na ako hanggang August 8.
And just to remind you guys, all tickets are almost sold out. So,
Yun ang problema ko. Sold out ngayon ticket. So, paano ngayon yung ma-accommodate yung iba? So, bala.
ALB and Mama Ru, sana yung host niyo walang dalang 20 entourage ah.
Ano ba?
ibang pageant ata yun.
Hindi. Ang host namin, walang entourage. Wala. Actually, walang entourage. Hindi naman required eh. Hindi na required ng IATF yung
You have Sylvian and Paul to do
the makeup. Andiyan naman yung mga production staff.
Dahil dyan, standing ovation sa Miss World Philippines.
For ALB, nag-aas yung mga fans kung ano na daw cut sa Miss World Philippines. Top,
Ano na
ang cut. Top 25 pa rin po ba? Or
Top 20 pa rin.
Sir,
At least na ganda isa, di ba?
sir, within this appointment, would you be crowning another Supra delegate for the August 8 finals for 2022 edition?
Ano na? So siguro sa 2022 na yun.
Alright.
Kasi sila na yung present.
Okay. So dahil doon, let's focus on Dindi now. Dindi, hindi ka nakapagsalita nung kinoranahan ka. Hanggang may kapit ka, super iyak ka na. So this is your time.
Very dramatic, yes.
You are live on all our media platforms, and a lot of people that have been expecting you to at least place even in your previous pageants. Now you have finally you have your crown on your head, placed by our ALB, and then you were not appointed but you were voted. So that's different, di ba? Hindi siya appointed, hindi siya nanalo, but
Nominated.
you were voted, asked by your co-candidates. How do you feel nung moment na ito, botohan na? Sinabi mo ba sa mga kaibigan mo, hoy, boto niyo ako?
meron bang
We're actually surprised because that day we're only attending Mr. ALB's birthday. But also they also mentioned that we're going to vote for the Miss Supranational. So we were only given, I think, an hour or 3 hours just to vote for our Miss Supranational winner. So I'm really surprised, and really overwhelmed nung in-announce nila that I'm the Miss Supranational because it's really different when your co-candidates voted for you. It's not your typical crowning moment because I'm not being judged by the judges of the coronation. I'm being judged with my friends, with my co-candidates, and that shows that I treated them well. Na in a competition, always remember that yes, it's a competition, the other candidates, that's your competitor, but you also have to treat them as your sisters. So I was able to show that I have a nice heart with the other candidates and I'm really a good sister to all the Miss World Philippines candidates. That's why they also voted for me.
Very nice.
Thank
But
you.
I'll play as devil's advocate. My question is, all your previous past pageant experiences, ang taas expectations, but you parang somehow nagpipil ka pagka mismong pageant na. So ngayon, nanalo ka dahil wala yung actual pageant. So what will you be bringing on the Miss Supranational stage to make sure na hindi na mauulit yung before, and now this time, we'll have our second Miss Supranational crown from Miss World Philippines organization?
I think before I failed, not because I did not perform well on the coronation night, because every coronation night I always make sure that I'm willing to give my 100% performance, and it's just that I think that it's not yet my time. And this time, as you all witnessed during our gala competition and other fast track competition, I was able to perform really well. So I don't think it's gonna be a failure on the coronation night in Miss Supranational, but I'm more excited because they can't na-postpone yung Miss World here in the Philippines. So I think mas binigyan niya ako ng reason to perform well in the international pageant because I am more prepared and have more time this time because it's gonna be on August 20. So I have 20 days to prepare and to perform and to show you that I am your next Miss Supranational.
Asahan namin
Team 10 days.
Yes, finally after how many years? 7 or 8?
8
After
years.
8 years,
From 2013
finally.
is between
Yes.
the Philippines and twice in the Philippines, and now finally you have a crown. So, when it comes to the short-term preparation, we have Miss San Bernardo to look up to. That's now the standard when it comes to the very short preparation.
But now me.
Yun na nga. Paano mo ipapakita sa amin? Paano kami i-excite? Because in every step of the way during Miss Amber's competition, she really excited us. She really performed well in every aspect. Now we're expecting that from you. I know it's a pressured one. You have been in the pageant scene as long as Samantha also.
Yeah, since 2016.
So what is the mga pasabog na dapat namin
Wow,
Handa ka, di ba?
You guys all know that the moment that I joined Miss World Philippines, I'm very particular, that I'm very honest, that I'm aiming for Miss Supranational. So, from that day, yung initial screening, I already preparing my documents, my national costume, everything. That's why I claimed na, I mentioned kay Adam na I am more than ready.
So you're the most ready.
Yes. So with San Bernardo, I think meron siyang 20 days to
Yes.
prepare. I only have 8 days left before flying to Poland. But you know what? I'm so blessed that I have a nice team headed by Mark Garner and other designers and makeup artist, which is Albert Cunyawan, who also willing to help me and to prepare everything. Of course, my stylist Francis G and Rico. So I'm very excited, and I'm going to show you something that you guys never seen before. So yes, it's gonna be really exciting and amazing.
Malay mo nalang yung dalawa ko.
Ay,
Mananalo talaga, sir.
sabi ko kay ALB, ang hindi ng pressure kasi he's appointed, she's voted. And then this is the first time that you will be joined, that your organization is sending a representative to the vote. It's your first. And you always have a lucky streak for first time participation. Kaya bang gawin ng 2017 sa 2021 yan?
Sa tingin ko kaya kasi swerte yan na naman eh. Swerte yan eh. Kasi noong 2016 yata. Diba? 2017. 3 out of 4 nakuha namin. We have 4 crowns and I got the 3 crowns. So I think this time parang it's a different twist yung pagka-panalo nila, no? Appointed, voted. I think nandyan yan. That's the right direction. I think we can get it. Nasa kanila yun, sa performance yun. We give them an opportunity, so perform. So you perform. What you did you should perform more.
Actually, it's really matinding pressure sa kanilang dalawa kasi they're not representatives based on the normal pageant. MMA pa, di ba? Na magpapakita pa ng tattoo later sa amin.
Pakita mo na nga.
So hindi. Bukod sa mga pasabog at mga magagandang outfits. So, you said when you applied for Miss World Philippines, you have prepared to compete for Miss Supranational title, di ba? Can you give us some clues and hints? Doon pa lang sa moment na nag-apply ka, sabi mo, gusto ko maging Miss Supranational Philippines, ito yung susunod kong damit. Kung sakali mapili ako, aalis ka agad. Ito yung aking send-off outfit, ito yung aking flag, ito yung aking bag, ito yung etc. Ano yung mga ipapakita mo sa amin in the next few days, lalo na sa pag-alis mo, na hindi pa namin nakita kay Fiona at kay San Bernardo?
Siguro tigilan na yun.
I think just like Fiona Gray and San Bernardo, I also want to showcase the talents of Filipino designers. But this time, I think I also want to share my personality sa mga outfits na susuotin ko and dadalhin ko in Poland. So, expect something girly, bubbly, since they're also in Miss Supranational, they're also looking for someone with a nice personality. So, I think yung mga outfits ko really based on my personality and at the same time, talent of our Filipino designers.
Paano din ko sa finals, biglang pasok ka na sa top 5, biglang may bumulong sa'yo sa backstage at sabihin ng organizer, etong gown na ito yung gusto namin isuot mo. And then nakita mo just a typical wedding gown na parang hindi pa fit sa'yo. Isusuot mo ba yun?
Tatawag siya sa akin.
Yes. Tawagin mo na sa
Isusuot mo ba o hindi?
No, definitely.
But that's what happened to, sino ka ba siya? Hindi MJ. I'm talking about Mutia, the tool. She was given that dress by the organizers to wear during the top 5.
Well, I'm different with Jessa, but I'm
National Director will interfere.
Ano ka ba, ALB? Dating ka ba doon?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Kaya, ay panalo na yan. Lahat na pinunta ni ALB. Nanalo.
Nanalo.
Wala na akong question. Yun na yun. Alam ko na yun. Speaking of...
Okay.
Hindi, one more question. You said you are as ready as you are for the Supernational. So are there any more areas where you think you still need to do some polishing?
When it comes to trainings, I think I need to polish my passerella because I noticed in Miss Supranational, they're also looking for a supermodel. So it's really different from other pageants because in other pageants, they're looking for someone spokesperson, but here they're looking for supermodel. So it's not going to be a typical pageant poses. So more of the showing your body, your features, and everything. So I think it's really different. So I have to consult my pastoral trainers and my family.
So are you attending workshops for that, like dance workshops, personality workshops for that?
Yes, after this, I'm going to meet my designers, some of my designers, and also I'm going to attend some of pastoral training, personality development training, the usual trainings before flying to, before competing abroad.
All right. So once you go to Poland, of course you'll be, battling it out with so many gorgeous and stunning contestants. So what do you think will be your edge against all these candidates?
Well, my edge, I think, is just that you have to embrace who you really are. You embrace your features as an Oriental beauty. I think I don't have to pretend to be someone else or to pretend like the features of the Latinas or try to copy their looks. I think I just have to be myself and to show my personality as a Filipina and also to embrace the mantra of Supranational, which is we're looking for aspirational, inspirational women. and that's me.
Yes.
I only have to show that I am exactly what they're looking for.
And speaking of the tagline, there's no doubt talaga, aspirational ka and inspirational in your own right, because we have followed your pageant journey since 2016, and looking now at you with that crown on top of your head talaga, sobrang naiiyak talaga kami, especially when we watch your viral crowning moment. So I want to ask this, what do you think is the difference between the Dindi then, 2016 and 2017, and the Dindi that we are seeing now?
Well, you guys watched my journey since 2016, and you know that I am a typical I'm a typical women nagdi-dream of beauty queen. So I always join different beauty pageants. But this time, I know that beauty pageants is not just about showing your features, your beauty, your talent, but you really have to understand the organization. And I think that's nice, and it's very important that you're really willing to work with the organization and to show something, or to help and to do something for the organization. And you're willing to work with the organizers, and also to promote your advocacy or your purpose in life. So I'm excited this time that I am not only showing me, but I am showing my personality and what I can do for our country, for the organization, and as Miss Supranational.
And you know what? Ang laki talaga ng pagbabago mo since then and now, because you took in a lot of life experiences. Now I want to ask lang din, what made you enlist for our Philippine Air Force to become a reservist?
Well, even before, I grew up in Bataan. So, Bataan is actually known for land of heroes. So, my relatives, they always encourage their children to always serve our country, to be part of the military or the Air Force reservist. So, since I'm flying I am flight attendant for almost 8 years, and then they decided to stop flying because of the travel restrictions.
Yes.
I decided to why not try also to be an Air Force reservist, which is also one of my dreams. And aside from that, I want to show that I am a woman, but it doesn't mean that I am a less of a human. So yes, I was able to prove that babae ako, pero hindi babae lang. So pinakita ko na I can also be part of the Air Force. I can also serve our country. I can also help my community, because as an Air Force reservist, we're not the one fighting for the war. No, we're a reservist. We're ready to serve our country for any eventuality. So
Yeah. So
Dindi, listening to you now, ang ganda ng mga words and everything, aspirational, inspirational. But one of the pitfalls of a beauty queen is masyadong mataas ang ibig sa sarili. Masyadong mataas ang lipat na nawawala na ng sense of reality. At pag nawala ng sense of reality, ang nangyayari, hindi mo tuloy alam kung ano yung flaws niya at mga imperfections niya to improve on. How do you protect yourself from that kind of mentality na sobrang taas ang singin sa sarili? Kasi na-experience na namin yan sa ibang representative ng Philippines.
yes, I also noticed some of the winners and other candidates na you have to remind yourself to be humble and surround yourself with good people, honest friends who will also remind you na, hey, this is not mali yung ginawa mo. I think you have to surround yourself with good people, honest people that will really advise you, give good advices, and also help you to discover your flaws and to always be humble. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you po.
hello.
Hi, Dindi.
Hello.
Yeah, Dindi, since you are participating in Miss Supranational, so what is that very specific or particular characteristic of Filipina that you are bringing to Miss Supranational that eventually could convince them that you are the Miss Supranational?
Well, as a flight attendant, we are trained to give our buong pusong alaga. And it is something that is very unique to Filipinos, to Filipinas, the buong pusong alaga. So I think as a candidate of Miss Supranational in Poland, I'm willing to show to the organizers, organization, and also to other candidates that I have a heart to serve and to help others. I'm not only there to compete, but I really have the heart to serve others, to serve the organization, and to do something purposeful.
Dindi, hello. My name is Jay from Pageant. I just want to know that despite of having a short of time for your preparation for this upcoming Miss Supranational pageant, what would be your mindset, winning mindset?
My winning mindset is really just to enjoy the journey. I know that I only have 8 days or 9 days to go to prepare everything. But as I mentioned, before joining Miss World Philippines, na-predict ko na yan eh. Pinlan ko na lahat from day 1 to last day of my stay in Poland. So I am going to fly to Poland to enjoy the journey, to really get to know other candidates, other participants of Supranational, and to really embrace the organization of Miss Supranational.
Alright, thank you, Dindi.
Dindi, is there voting ba sa Supra ulit?
For the Supranational in Poland, voting.
Online voting.
Online voting.
I'm sure there's always an online voting.
Kasi
So
nagbabago-bago
please
yun.
vote for me if there's gonna be a multimedia or any voting.
Install Mobstar.
So,
Minsan mo, tapos
so looking at the crown on top of your head right now. So now that you're about to leave, I want to ask, what does it mean for you to compete and represent our country at this very uncertain time?
Well, honestly, it was really hard to chase your dream despite that we're in the middle of the pandemic. That's really hard because a lot of people, they stopped dreaming already because they thought that this is not the perfect time to dream, but let's just use our energy to survive. But no, I was able to prove that, yes, we're in the middle of the pandemic, but this pandemic shouldn't stop us from dreaming. And now that I'm your Miss Supranational, and this is my dream ground since 2016, I'm going to use my failures, my struggles, my setbacks, and also my experiences and my learning experiences to prove that I'm really deserving to be your Miss Supranational Philippines, and I'm ready to get our second Miss Supranational crown, and I'm going to perform the best that I can in Poland.
Nice. So speak.
To rest, but not to quit. So yes, sometimes you just have to fight for the perfect time, right time. Because really your destiny, it's your destiny, and you also have to remember that you need to also help yourself to find your destiny and to achieve your dream. It's not an instant. It was really a really hard journey, but I'm sure that once you're there, it's totally worth it. And I want you to remember that always have that never give up attitude.
Thank you.
So, I'm Mark from Celebrate Philippines. So, my question is, how would you like to be remembered
As a beauty queen.
As a beauty queen, well, you know me, I failed so many times in my life, and I want people to remember me as a perfect example that I never consider myself as a failure or someone who failed in life, but I always consider my failure as my learning experiences for me to be a better person, and also that failures doesn't mean that you're a failure. Sometimes it only means that you haven't succeeded yet. Always have that in mind. And I want to encourage more women not failed in some pageants that never give up. Just find for their perfect time and perfect organization where they can also help you achieve your dream crown.
Since I think to sort of close this press conference, I would like to request you, Dindi, to stand up there and give us your winner's walk You never had that when you were voted. You never had that. We would like to see
First walk.
your first walk as a Miss Supranational Philippines with the pageant pages here to witness it with the fans
Sure, how
watching.
about my intro?
Also,
Oh my God, let's go. With the
with ano, winner eh, di ba? With the wave, tapos with my camera. From there, tama pala naman. And here, going to ASO. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Philippines, Miss Supranational, Philippines 2021, Dindi Pajares. So introduce now yourself.
Hello everyone, I am Dindi Pajares, your Miss Supranational Philippines 2021. Woo! Thank you.
Good job.
Dapat pinako ako ng Mr.
Ayos,
Pita.
naman
Oo,